Howdy folks, I'm Brian,
I'm Amber.
and here's some Reddit. We got a lot of good stories today, so I'm going to try getting through as many as I can, so let's get started. Our first letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Telling My Girlfriend that she shouldn't wear her dress because she didn't meet her weight loss goal? My girlfriend and I both committed to losing weight by the same time it was my brother's wedding. The wedding was yesterday. We had 6 months to reach our weight loss goal. I met mine, but she didn't. Her motivation to reach her goal was to fit back into one of her dresses. Well, she didn't reach her goal, but she did decide to wear it anyways. I brought it up to her and how it was supposed to be a reward for meeting her weight loss goal. I told her that she should probably wear something else, and that dress didn't fit her right anyways. It looked too tight on her from what I could tell. She got upset with me and wore something else. She told my sister that I wouldn't let her wear that dress, which I had to hear from my sister. Does that make me a jerk? No, OP, not at all. That just makes you single. Why would you say this? If she lost enough weight to wear the dress, maybe it was a little tight, then she met her weight loss goal. Don't be a jerk about this. Plain and simple. What do your folks think about this?
OP is a jerk.
Amber says OP's a jerk. You're the jerk. Holy cow, you're a jerk. You're the jerk. It's not your body, and the dress wasn't a reward. It's a goal. Well done for A, not supporting your girlfriend, and B, body shaming like a total jerk. And also for sounding petty and jealous. How you even ask yourself if you're the jerk here is galling. Our next letter is titled, Am I a jerk for being upset? My boyfriend wants to fly first class without me. We've been together for over a year, and I'm still in college and I don't have a ton of money. I work in retail part-time. He graduated a couple years ago and is making 6 figures. He wants to go on a trip with me in a few months, which I can afford as long as I don't splurge on too many extras like really expensive dinners or first class tickets. I am very petite and I originally wanted to fly Spirit because it's so cheap, but my boyfriend is 6'2" and it would have been super uncomfortable the whole flight, about 6 hours. I compromised and I agreed to spend a little more for airline where he fits in the economy seats. Now he's saying that he wants to upgrade to first class for himself. There is zero way I can afford first class tickets and he doesn't want to pay for 2 of them. I'm kind of upset and I don't want to spend a 6-hour plane ride by myself, but I know it would be more comfortable for him. I asked if he would be okay with just getting an exit row seat so he has the leg room, but he kind of brushed me off and said he just wants to do first class. I honestly thought I was in the right until I read a post from earlier about a kid buying himself a first class ticket and not his family. Am I the jerk? Am I being unreasonable? What do you folks think?
No, not the jerk.
Amber says, no, not the jerk. You know, OP, you already compromised here, and I honestly feel like he should have paid the difference. Like, you told him what you could afford, and he's like, no, that's not good enough. And so you changed your mind, and you compromised here and went to a different, airline, and then he's like, no, that's not good enough, and then bought himself first class tickets. This is just bizarre, and he won't buy you first class tickets. He's not, splitting the difference for your economy class type of tickets here. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, why is he being so selfish? I know you two's finances are probably not combined, but it would still be pretty nice of him to, buy you a ticket next to him so that you two can enjoy the flight together. I don't know. Like, pay what you would for your ticket. I'm not saying that he doesn't get compensated for it at all. But, buy a reasonable part of the ticket. I don't know. I would say that maybe, just maybe, he should fly by himself on this trip. And you should find yourself a different partner, maybe. maybe. It just depends. There's a lot of dynamics here, but this is pretty selfish. Not the jerk, you changed airlines to fly with him and now he wants to sit separately? You might as well have flown Spirit. Yeah, exactly. This is a red flag. Mr. Privilege wants to sit in first class, and it's okay with him if you're not next to him. Mr. Privilege will want to splurge on fancy restaurants that you can't afford. Mr. Privilege won't consider a vacation you can comfortably manage, but he won't pay for you either. There was a post like this some time ago, where the girlfriend went on a vacation with her wealthy boyfriend and wealthy family. Because of the places that they chose to go for meals, she was quickly going broke and was actually starving. She would miss meals claiming not to be hungry. She became ill. She also had to pass on activities that she couldn't afford and stayed in her room. Boyfriend and family were oblivious. I think you and Mr. Privilege need to have a serious conversation. Better yet, find a nicer guy. Our next letter is titled, Am I a jerk for making my daughter cover up at home? Background info. I'm a 58-year-old female and I have a daughter, a 22-year-old female, and I'm very anti-tattoo, and my daughter is very aware of this. Well, it's a good thing that your daughter didn't give you a tattoo in the middle of the night. When she left to go to college, I told her that as long as I was paying for her school, she was not allowed to get a tattoo. Since I was paying for her undergrad, she followed my rules. When she was getting ready to start grad school about a year and a half ago, which she was paying for, she apparently went out and got a tattoo of a butterfly on her shoulder that's about the size of my fist. I didn't know about it until 6 months ago when she finally mentioned it. I absolutely hate it. I think it's ugly and gross. Your attitude's ugly and gross.
Yeah.
The current situation, my daughter is moving back in with me and my mother to complete her internship that is required for her master's degree. I told her that when she is in the house, she has to wear clothes that cover up the tattoo because I don't want to see it. She says that's not fair because it's very hot where we live and she likes to wear tank tops and stuff. I say it's my house, so it's my rules, and she is welcome to find other living arrangements if she doesn't like it. I know that she cannot find other arrangements because of the internship is unpaid and she has no option except for living with me for free. My mother doesn't really like tattoos either, but she hasn't said anything about the situation except to say that she is staying out of it. I think I might be a jerk because she is an adult who can make her own choices, but I cannot stand the tattoo and I'm so disappointed that she made the choice to get one. So, am I the jerk?
Yes.
Amber says yes. OP, this is her personal choice. She decided that she wanted to have this tattoo, and I don't think that you should hold it against her. You know, the thing is that she's an adult. She can make her own adult decisions, and now you're trying to lord over her and be like, well, now you have to cover up. Now you have to suffer and be punished because of something that I personally find aesthetically unappealing. So I think that's a really bad point of view to have. So, yeah. Anyhow, take care and good luck. You're the jerk. It may be your house, but it's not your body. Also, she's finishing up her master's. Sounds like she's got a good head on her shoulders and is intelligent. Why not be positive about that instead of being negative about her tattoos? To be honest, you're an adult. Act like it. It's not even an offensive tattoo and you're willing to kick your child to the curb over it. She's a grown woman in school trying to make something of herself and all you see is a butterfly tattoo. Our next letter is titled, Am I a jerk for refusing to attend my brother's wedding after he called cops to my wedding and called my wife a thief? I'm a 31-year-old male and my mom is deceased. Her ring was passed down to me as the oldest brother of 3. Neither of my younger brothers seemed interested in following the family tradition. So I decided to honor my mother's memory and propose to my wife with my mother's ring, and she loved it. My brother Carl, a 28-year-old male, came to me a few days before my wedding saying that he was going to propose to his girlfriend and wanted the ring that my wife had as her engagement ring. I said no because I already proposed to her with it, but he lashed out saying that I can't be reasonable thinking that passing down my mom's ring to my wife who I've only been with for 3 years when he's known his girlfriend for over 7. Plus, my mom always considered her as a daughter. She's more family than my wife. I told him yes, mom thought of her as a daughter, but never stated that the ring goes to her. Plus, I didn't think he was going to propose to his girlfriend at all, seeing that the relationship was on and off for the past few months. We argued about it, but he kept insisting and harassing me till I disinvited him from my wedding. But Carl showed up to the wedding and started calling my wife a thief, repeatedly telling her to give back my mom's ring that I helped her steal. He made a scene by calling the police and ended up being closed as family dispute. My wedding was ruined and my wife was devastated. That was it for me. No contact for a whole year and only talked to my younger brother, Simon. Fast forward to a couple weeks ago, Simon told me that Carl is getting married and wanted me and my wife to come to his wedding. He gave us an invitation. I declined and reminded Simon of what Carl did at my wedding. He said Carl felt awful about what happened and wanted me to come to his wedding as an older brother for support and hoped that this would be a start of something good. I told him no, I wouldn't support someone who called my wife a thief in her own wedding, much less a brother who was supposed to show support that day but instead called the cops. I returned the invite, but my dad and aunt disagreed with me, saying that Carl cares about me and wants me to share this important chapter in his life, and it's time to let it go, but I refused. As a result, I am now considered bitter and cruel since Carl was sincere and even cried, and besides, my wife and I won by keeping the ring, so we lost nothing. Except for having your wedding ruined.
Yeah.
I want to add that I felt guilty before this whole thing took place. Carl and I were very close, but what he did can't be undone, and he's forever tainted the memory of my wedding. But also, I'm aware of how me declining the invitation might look petty. OP, he ruined your wedding. And your presence, if your presence not being there is going to ruin his wedding, well then, so be it. He deserves it at this point in time. Actions have consequences. He called the cops on your wife during her wedding. That is perfectly reasonable to say, I don't want to go to your wedding. I don't want to support your union here. You know, I'm surprised he has the gall to invite you, considering that what if you show up to his wedding and cause a scene. I mean, I think he knows that you're not going to because you're a better person than that, hopefully. But honestly, I don't know what this guy is thinking. No, you're not the jerk. Not the jerk. Your brother ruined your wedding. Why should you pretend that he didn't act like he did? Nothing wrong, just so he can have the wedding that he wants. Also, I feel he probably just wants another chance at the ring. Let's hope that isn't the case. How cynical. Exactly. Also, another ring grab attempt. If Carl wants you to be there so badly, why hasn't he apologized in person? That's a great point. Our next letter is titled, Am I a jerk for calling my husband a helicopter dad after what he's done? I'm a stay-at-home mom and my husband is a police detective in our local police department. We have a 16-year-old daughter, Hannah. Hannah quit her job in a restaurant days ago. My husband, being curious, a bit intrusive, kept pestering her to answer why she quit her job, despite her saying that she didn't want to say the reason, and insisted it was over a simple disagreement between her and her manager, but now it's over. She eventually caved and told us it was indeed a simple disagreement, and that was it. But my husband kept saying that he had a hunch, that there was more to the story than she was letting on, and kept saying, I gotta know, I just gotta know. I told him to drop it, and he said, why not? Hannah came home yesterday looking upset. Her former manager notified her that her dad contacted him to know why the real reason she quit, and the manager asked if she told us a different story or lied, but later it turns out what she said was true, obviously, since her former manager confirmed it, but thought it was weird that my husband contacted him to ask explicitly after he initially introduced himself as a detective, which freaked the manager out. Hannah confronted my husband and said that he was overreacting big time and that as a parent, he was concerned something else was going on, and frankly said that he didn't believe the story that she told about why she quit. She started crying and kept telling her that she was overreacting and he had the right to investigate and get the facts straight from the horse's mouth. in a sorry, not sorry type of attitude. Hannah ran upstairs crying, and I lost my cool on him and asked him if he was happy and proud of his achievement. He repeated himself, saying that he got concerned and really wanted to know whether she was telling the truth about the reason why she quit her job, and added it was no harm, inquiring about her confirming her story, and Hannah will get over it. I said, uh-oh, no, I don't think that she's ever going to get over the fact that her dad thought of her as a liar and didn't trust her when she told him the reason that she quit instead of calling her workplace to get the truth. And I added asking, what's wrong with you? Why don't you trust your daughter? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I bluntly told him that he clearly has issues and needed help with being a helicopter dad. He brushed me off, saying that we were both being drama queens, and I got mad and told him that he shouldn't be surprised if Hannah no longer looks at him the same anymore. He blamed me for trying to make him feel guilty for worrying about Hannah, and trying to turn them against each other to appear as the savior to Hannah after causing a divide between them. He added that there were some more screws missing in me because I should be as much concerned about Hannah as he was. And I was hurt and called him a helicopter parent instead of caring parent. But people quit their jobs every day, so I don't see what the big deal was. Am I the jerk? OP, you're not the jerk. Hannah probably didn't want to tell your husband because she knew that he was going to overreact. This doesn't sound like this was the first time that he's overreacted to something. So, no, I don't think that you're the jerk here. You make really great valid points. I think that you told him the truth here. She's not going to look at him the same, and now she probably feels bad and feels like her father's never going to trust what she has to say. And next time she quits a job, he's going to what? Follow up behind her, make sure that she quit, made sure that she didn't do anything wrong. This is dumb for him to use his power like this. I mean, this could be a huge violation of the rights, especially for your Fourth Amendment rights, if this is in the United States, especially if he approached the manager and was like, hey, I'm a detective and I'm trying to figure out and investigate what's going on here. Like, that is just completely wrong, and he could get fired for something like that. Yeah. So anyhow, take care and good luck. He's not a helicopter dad, he's an untrusting control freak, and you nailed it on the head that his attitude is going to make it impossible for him to have a healthy relationship with his daughter for the long term. He needs help, not the jerk. Alright folks, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider giving me a like. If you didn't, consider giving me a dislike. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.